Hey guys, I hope you're well wherever you are. Today I want to show you how simple and easy runny custard is in your Thermomix. This doesn't have to be runny. It also today is going to be sugar free. So this one though particularly is runny, right? So the corn flour is what you'll notice is different in this guided recipe between this recipe and the other one that's the TM6 2 to 4 portion. Now never fret, if you've got a TM5 you can use your automated custard recipe for this. You've got automated custard on your menu, you can use that. That will work perfectly fine. I'm going to give you some troubleshooting tips around it because some people have said to me it tastes eggy, and I'll tell you why in a moment. If you got a TM31, I bet you know custard like the back of your hand anyway, but let me give you some tips today because I'm actually making mine completely sugar-free. The thing I'm going to use as a sweetener is actually some apples because at this time of night, we're about to have dessert and my kids don't need any more sugar in their life. So by boosting with some apples gives it a sweetness and a flavour without the sugar overload. So let's get cooking. Normally ask for a lemon zest to go in, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of lemon custard, maybe you are. It has a specific kind of taste and a zing to it, totally up to you as to whether you do that or not. Then it asks for some sugar, and then you're going to mill it down. So instead of sugar, I'll just go back so you guys can get an idea of how much apple I'm using. So I've got 2 small apples here, red apples, skin and all. I did take the centres out of them because they were a bit dubious, so I took the core out. 125 grams of apples. This is going to have a portion of 4 for my kids. On with the lid, and yeah, it's got 20 seconds, speed 9. I don't know we'll need 20 seconds. That sounds pretty done after 3, don't you think? Let's have a look and see. And I very much cook with my ears when I'm cooking with a Thermomix. Oh my goodness, yes, it's done. That's all I needed to do. So, clicking on next, let's step through. I mean, you can leave it go, it won't matter, but you can also stop it if you like. Scrape down the sides with a spatula. I'll come back to that in a minute. 10 grams of corn flour. So this is the difference between the thick recipes and the thin recipes, is really your corn flour. So you'll find the thicker one calls for 20 grams, I think. Might be even more than that. And that's the thickening agent. So the beautiful thing about making custard in your Thermomix is there's no colours, there's no custard powder, which has a whole lot of things in it. It's exactly what you put into it, and you know what that is. And really, corn flour is your only ingredient that you haven't made yourself, which is pretty cool. 2 eggs, in they go. Okay, next up, some milk, 500 grams, and you can use whatever milk you want. Today I'm taking a shortcut and using almond milk, but you could use oat milk, you can use cow's milk, you can use coconut milk that you've made yourself. I think there's a video here to show you coconut milk, or if you haven't seen it yet, it's coming soon. So you've definitely got lots of options as far as what sort of milks you use. Coconut milk is amazing, and then you make it with chocolate and it's a bit like a Bounty bar. Phenomenal. So good. Alright, I think we're nearly done. It's asked me to put the lid on. Before I do that though, I like to add vanilla. So I've got homemade vanilla paste. It's so simple to make in your Thermomix. It's literally 4 ingredients. You just have to source your vanilla beans, which is the trickiest part. I'm just going to put that in. I'm just going to put about 2 teaspoons in. And this is where I feel like people sell themselves short and they have trouble with their custard tasting eggy. If you don't put at least a teaspoon of vanilla in, it's not going to taste right. It's just going to be ruled by that egg taste as opposed to the vanilla taste. If you put cocoa powder in, no worries, that'll cover it just fine. But yeah, I do find that's the thing that's going to set this apart. If you omit that because you've omitted the lemon, so you've skipped lemon and just gone step, you will find it just tastes like cooked eggs. Okay, every time. So you have to put something in to flavour it. So there you go. I can also recommend Jaffa custard. So that's where you mill down at the beginning some strips of your orange peel instead with that sugar. And then you go through the steps and put 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder in at the end. Amazing. So that's another beautiful combination. If you add a bit of butter into it, you can also do a caramel custard, which is also phenomenal. So there's lots of different custard recipes out there. Okay, let's finish this up. So I'm just going to push down the sides, just going to push down this apple into the bowl. Now I could put a smidgen of cinnamon in there if I wanted. I've got the vanilla in, so I'm not going to worry today. Alright, on with my lid. And now, the beautiful thing about the TM6 is it's got this integrated thickening mode. It is in your menu as well, so if you had a favourite recipe from years ago, maybe Grandma's favourite curd recipe, you could put in all Grandma's recipe ingredients, use your thickening mode and turn it and off it goes. In this sense here, you're going to see that it does the thickening mode for us until it is sensing that it's thick and creamy. That's how it actually works. So I'm going to spin this dial. I'm going to come back in 12 minutes and show you how amazing it is once it's thickened and ready to go. See you soon. Okay guys, custard is complete. It's dingled at me to say that it's done. Now it's just a matter of serving immediately. And it says, serve immediately for a runny custard or allow to cool for a thicker custard. Okay, that's what the instructions tell you. So let me just spin that around. It's 80 degrees. Just, did you guys know that? When you put this in the machine, can you guys see how it's giving me a little number at the top there? That actually tells you the internal temperature of your bowls. It's really handy to know not to feed this to the kids while it's, 90 degrees and going to burn their mouth. You find it really helpful for soups and stuff. This smells absolutely amazing. So I've got my bowl here. I've got 4 bowls actually, 4 kids. Now mine has the apple in it, so it's going to have a bit of texture to it. You having one that probably doesn't have apple, unless you're trying to avoid the sugar like I am, you'll find it'll be silky smooth. So look at that, guys. That is homemade custard on real ingredients in your Thermomix in 12 minutes. How cool is that? Doesn't get much healthier than that. Doesn't get much additive free, preservative free, and you can see no colours in it. Like, your eggs are going to dictate the colour this custard goes. So yes, that's the thing you'll find as well. Some really orange eggs will make it really orange, and the paler ones will be really pale. Anyway guys, there you go. I hope you found this video useful. I hope you've enjoyed learning how I substitute out sugar for other things. Sometimes I'll even use pears, bananas, couple of, if all else fails, some sultanas always works wonders through it. Sometimes dates as well. So there's lots of different options there. But I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I've inspired you to try the thickened recipe on your TM6. And as I said, if you go to TM5, you can still follow the same weights and just use your automated recipe. And TM31, you'll be aiming for 12 minutes at 90 degrees, speed 3 or 4 to get yours nice and thick and creamy as well. Anyway guys, reach out if I can help in any way. Do like and subscribe so that you can get the daily updates. This is your recipe library to be able to cook along to and keep getting more inspiration for your Thermomix and feeling more confident, so it becomes more and more useful in your kitchen and you get more and more out of it. I shall see you tomorrow with another video. So bye for now.